Hello, I'm Dieonik, and welcome back to Let's Play Love is Strange. So, it's been a while. I actually just got back from the cons, as you might notice, and if you're following me on Instagram or Twitter or Tumblr, I post across all media all at once, everything except for, like, pin crests or pin I don't know what the hell it's called. It's that thing where you post pictures, but it's not like Instagram. It's a different thing. Anyway, all of that to say, I'm back now. I will be going and answering all of the comments. There has been a lot to be said about Danganronpa. This is the first video that I'm doing since I've been back. That's why you're getting all this now and not on a Danganronpa video or on anything else. Yeah, so I just got back and I'll probably make a vlog about it. Like, oh, actually, well, I don't know if I need to make a vlog really, because I have a bunch of recording of the event and me staring at the camera a few times. And some cool people I met, and some cool artists that I got art from, and some people that I'm possibly gonna play games with in the near future. Yeah, so all that information's gonna be in that video, I think. I might add like a vlog or something to the end, and you know, kind of elaborate on it. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with that, but it's gonna be a lot of editing because it's a lot of footage. Anyway. All that out of the way, let's get into this game. Let's talk about Max and Victoria and how adorable they're very... Like, she's wearing a pink shirt that says Bad Man on the back of it. That's canon in my mind. So, we know what the romance is going to be. I should be asking you that, she said. I'm more than ready, just kind of anxious. And you shouldn't be. Okay, not with me here. I snort a little and Victoria cocks a brow at me. Some of the I've said it before, but some of the things are phrased kind of weird in my opinion. Ways that I wouldn't phrase things, and I don't know. So I kind of have to take a double take. Did I read that right? Okay, I guess that makes sense. Do you have something to say? No, not at all. Victoria shuts her eyes and then stares and starts walking, making me follow her as usual. Victoria stops suddenly, reminding me a lot like the first time we'd come here. Thankfully, instead of just barreling into her, I managed to stop on time, just inches away from bumping into her. Victoria? We're almost at the harbor, but not quite. We're just standing at the edge of the boardwalk instead. It's pretty weird. She stopped us here. Maybe she's gonna turn around and, like, embrace you. Victoria lifts her hand and then turns to me. I swear I can see a little bead of hesitation flash on her face. It's a little up ahead, but... Victoria releases a sigh that sounds more frustrated than anything. It's, well... As fun as it is to watch a tongue-tied Victoria, it's not getting us any closer to the photo shoot. Victoria puts a hand on her hip and then comes up to me. Real close. Whoa. I've got something planned, but you have to actually trust me and close your eyes. Okay, a surprise! I stare at her, and she puffs out her cheeks for a second and then drops her hand to her side. Yeah, I'll lead you there. You're not going to throw me into the water or something, right? That is a very Victoria prank thing to do. Victoria glares at me, but it's weak and totally deterred by the slightest switch of her lips. Max. She speaks warningly, prompting me to chuckle lightly. Sorry, slightly. Rocking back on my heels. I'm kidding, seriously, but... Victoria bites her lip, staring at me and intently. I almost misread it twice. It almost feels like she's waiting for me to disagree. You don't have to worry, Victoria. I wouldn't. I offer a smile, watching her shoulders relax. Sure. I take a deep breath, shutting my eyes. Immediately, I feel totally awkward, at a total disadvantage. I'm already a klutz with my vision, so this really isn't my forte. Chloe would call me crazy for trusting Victoria like this, but after all the time we've spent, I don't feel worried in the least. I jolt a little when I feel Victoria's cold fingers wrap around my hand. Chill out, it's just me. Sorry. Victoria tightens her grip. Grasp, even. Though, it's not uncomfortable in the least. Out of instinct, I return the grip, holding on to her. That's pretty cute. It's fine. Just know that I've got you. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I could have never imagined Victoria telling me that until now. A few days ago, I would have been totally floored. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of huge, I feel, and that's so cute. So cute. Now it sparks up something weird and giddy in my chest. That's so cute. Okay. I'm gonna die. We start walking, and I notice Victoria is taking a lot of care not to move too quickly. I listen to the sound of her footsteps against the wooden planks of the harbor. Soon enough, I'm assaulted by the same strong scent of fish wrinkling my nose. I know we're definitely here, if that and the sound of the water slapping up against the metal husks of boats is any indication. It sounds really close, and for a split second, I do entertain the idea of Victoria planning to throw me in the bay. I wanted to read that, like my brain just like triggered. It was like, oh, okay, planting a kiss on me. And no, that's not what's happening yet. There's gonna be a lot of build-up before that if the Kate. Is that, no, what's her bunny's name? Anyway, whatever. If the Kate romance is any indicator, I don't know where I pulled. Maybe because she has a white rabbit, my subconscious was like, oh, it must be. I don't know. Okay, stop. Victoria stops and presses her hand against my shoulder to still me when I stumble a little. For a second, I swear I'm imagining her thumb running up my... What? Alright. See? You're not in the water yet. I'm shocked. Hilarious. Can I open my eyes? If you want to make yourself useful, probably. What? Holy crap. Okay, is this longer than Kate's romance? Is that just me? I haven't gone and actually looked at it. Like, I haven't gone and like looked at the episodes, but it seems longer. I open my eyes at the dry joke, and before I'm able to retort with anything half as smart, I'm totally blown away by what I'm looking at. Me too. If my reaction's like a little delayed, I'm very tired. The cons have taken a lot out of me. And you might not think much of standing in line all day, but it's pretty killer when you do it for like, I don't even know how many hours. Whoa! Now I understand why it sounds like Victoria was taking me close to the water. We're standing right in front of all the boats. I only see one, close to the edge. One strikes out from the rest, considering we're facing it. Well, I literally don't see any others. I'm standing in front of an impressively large lot. My breath caught in my chest. Victoria shifts next to me, clearing her throat. The SS Victoria. Do you like it? I bought it for you. No way. Victoria stares at me and then grabs at her arm while I'm half oogling the boat, half watching her half watching her. Jaw is on the floor. Holy shit, this is for reals. Well, if she asks if you like it, and you say no way, that's... Come on. Don't tell me this doesn't appeal your stupid hipster taste. There's the word missing there. I just thought that we'd cover a lot more surface area like this. We'd get to see most of the boring town and spend a romantic evening together on a boat. A magic boat it ride. There's a lot more opportunity to really get some striking photos, especially at this time, so... I love it, Victoria. Holy shit. I stop her from rambling, somehow recognizing the fact even though I'm totally floored by this thing, I turn to look at her. Victoria seems taken back by my sincerity, taking a whole second to reply. Yeah, I thought you would. That's cute. Now give me a second to actually get this thing ready. We're taking it out? I follow after Victoria like some kind of puppy, and Victoria gives me the oddest look. Is Victoria driving the boat? 'Cause that would be some skills. That is a very large boat to maneuver by yourself, I would think. I've never had a boat that big, but... What did you think we were going to just stand here? What did you think we were just going to stand on it? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I dug my shoulders down, smiling bashfully at her. A little. Victoria rolls her eyes at me, smirking smugly. She doesn't offer a response, and I watch silently as she gets everything ready. It's surreal to watch her handle the yacht like nothing, and even more surreal when she grabs my hand, helping me on. I stumble, but like Victoria promised, she's there to catch her. Oh my god. You guys are gonna kill me with this. Seriously. It's so romantic. Like they're not even like together or anything yet, and it's like so romantic. Also, I'm impressed that Victoria is doing this all by herself. That's very, very uncharacteristic for a rich girl. It's even surreal when we actually start moving. I sit down on one of the red cushion seats, exhaling softly and looking over the bay as we're moving. The way the water ripples strikes me as gorgeous, and it's actually pretty crazy seeing us get further and further from the shoreline. Add that to the way the sunlight strikes the dark blue of the water, and it's completely picturesque. Whoa. Gorgeous, I know. I hear Victoria next to me speaking softly. I didn't know you had a... I don't. Victoria cuts me off promptly, sitting down next to me and pulling out her camera. I tilt my head. Oh, did you rent it? That's even cuter if you chartered a goddamn boat for me. You don't? This thing isn't mine. Victoria pauses. It's Nathan's SS... Mood killed. Mood killed. Mood is gone. SS Prescott. I almost choke at the information, eyes going wide. No way, we're on the Prescott's yacht? I seriously can't help the discomfort that stirs up, shifting on the seat and sitting up straight. I got you, Max. I know how you feel. Victoria furrows her brow at me. I know what you're thinking, Max. You're like an open book. I know the Prescotts don't have the best reputation, but it's not like we're on some goddamn serial killer's boat. Well, alright, no, go watch Life is Strange, and you'll get the discomfort, alright, anyway, moving on. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't actually seen Life is Strange, so go watch Life is Strange and whatever. There's something unusual in her tone when she says that, and she closes her lips tightly, briefly. So I asked him if I could take it out, and he said yes. Or is Nathan the issue here? Victoria says this almost cautiously. I don't really know a ton about him, except that he's practically like the king of the Vortex Club, and also a huge jerk, as if that's a surprise. Isn't he kind of... I hesitate. Kind of what? Speak up. An asshole? He's a very unstable individual, but I think that's probably mostly due to mental illness, which is often not painted in the best of lights in media, but also on top of his emotional instability, he's also kind of an ass. So there's that. But his family didn't really do him any favors. I'm trying to like skirt around spoilers, but his family really didn't do him any favors by letting him become such an ass. And really, I would say that it was more nurture versus nature sort of thing, and that he wouldn't have been that way if he had better parents and if he had better people around him. The people who have seen Life is Strange will understand what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, go watch Life is Strange, and it should be clear or whatever, and you can agree with my viewpoint or not, I guess. An asshole! I mutter this quietly, which doesn't do much since Victoria catches it anyway. Victoria's quiet, and then she laughs shortly, snorting. Okay, wow. Honest much, Max? Okay, so Victoria's not mad at me, which is a bonus. I shrug, more at ease now. You do want me to be honest, right? I'm more surprised that you actually had the balls to say that to me, but I can't disagree with you on that. Like most people, however, that's really not all there is to him. Yeah. There's a part of me that's shocked to hear that, although I guess the same goes for Victoria, too. You wouldn't exactly know that by looking at him. As is the point, his family treats him like shit, and it's no surprise he can be intense sometimes. He's just got a lot of issues to work through. So that's something really good about Victoria, is like she's kind of like seeing the good in people and stuff, but unfortunately he wasn't painted in the best of lights, as I said, and I don't know, I really wish they would have given him a better ending, but whatever. But I guess that would run the risk of you giving other characters a better ending, which, anyway, I bet you, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it'll be our little secret, and everyone else can be whatever. But he's not a monster, Max. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting on this. Victoria smirks at me, waving her hands over the seat next to her. It makes me laugh slightly. Good point, I guess. So, you two are close? That's not obvious probing. Duh. Victoria doesn't elaborate, not immediately. I'm about to switch the topic, but Victoria continues before I can. She runs her finger through her hair and sighs. He's good at listening. What a fucking surprise, huh? It is, and I'm honestly shocked by how genuine that statement is. I bite my lip. I'm not going to lie, that does sound weird, but I believe you. She rolls her eyes, placing her camera on her lap. Gee, thanks. Seriously. Victoria gives me an uncommittal hum in response. Just trying not to misread it. You wouldn't want anyone else to listen? What? Yeah, I guess I'm a pretty good listener too. Yeah, well, we'll say that. I'm a pretty good listener too. The words strike me as super dorky the instant I say that, and I scratch uselessly at the back of my neck. It sounds like I'm trying too hard, almost, or at least I think so. Victoria freezes, and I catch on to the way she's sliding her thumb over the edge of her camera. You know what? I don't doubt it. Okay. Her voice comes out almost thoughtful, and she averts her gaze from me. Thanks. Ha ha! We unlocked Blushy Max. I gulp a little, unsure where to go with the praise. I know you have probably the whole Vortex Club, but... Victoria glances back to me again, a displeased curve in her lips. Please, as if I could really count on any of them. Other than Taylor and Nathan. Victoria trails off, and then shuts her lips, as if she realized what she was saying and trying to hold it back. Victoria. I shift, turning to face her directly. If they're not good friends, then why do you bother? I'm totally aware of the fact that I might be entirely crossing the line just by asking that, but I'm sincerely curious if Victoria can trust them. What's the point? What a loaded question. Victoria sighs, and her features fall a little, lips slipping into a displeased frown. I'm only in the Vortex Club for 2 reasons, Max. One is Nathan. It would be a wreck if I left him to take care of himself. Okay. Victoria pursed her lips, pressing her hands against her knees. 2, it looks amazing on my resume. Universities eat that crap up, and so does everyone else. That's it? That's it. The parties are a plus, but otherwise, I'm not there to make friends. Implying there's anyone worth my time there. Anyways, everyone's a little self-absorbed, Max. Amazing, isn't it? Victoria states this dryly, shaking her head and rolling her eyes. That's really vain, really sad, really worrying, really sad. It's sad. Really sad. What? Victoria tilts her head at me, as if that's the last thing she'd expect me to say. It's kind of sad. I hope you're not calling me pathetic. Victoria speaks lowly, narrowing her eyes at me. All I can do is shake my head. No, not like that. I just don't think it would be a lot of fun to have no one to really trust, you know? You might have a point there. Still. It's not like I'm entirely alone, so it's not hellish. Victoria. Anyway. Victoria seems to recover partially quickly. Particularly quickly. Partially quickly. Leaning back against the chair, leaving her camera on her lap and crossing one leg over the other. Did you know that your ability to completely ignore our superb view is amazing? I'm seriously impressed. You're on a yacht, and instead you're wasting time asking me questions. She's changing the subject. Subtle, Victoria. At the same time, I don't want to prod her. Yeah, her too much. If she doesn't want to talk about it, then I won't make her. Well, I wouldn't call it a waste of time. Her eyes widen a fraction at my honesty, and I smile disarmingly in her direction. What? Are you trying to smooth talk me, Caulfield? I grin in her direction, even though the question makes me feel warm. That's adorable. No, not really. Just being honest. Victoria waves me off, but I can still totally see that little smile on her lips. Just go already. We're in the middle of the bay, and you're hardly enjoying it. What about you? I glance at her camera, and she follows it. What about me? I'll get to it. I'd just rather you get your work done first, so you're not in the way of my shots. Jeez, thanks. God, just go. She just wants to check you out while you're out there taking pictures. Victoria swats at my arm with her hand, and I jump. A little laugh escapes my lips. Okay, I'm going. I'll be quick. I'm not in a rush. She's gonna be checking out the view while you're checking out the view. And as if to prove her point, she throws her arm behind the seat and raises a brow at me. That's definitely my cue to go, so I stand up, heading towards the edge of the yacht. It's gorgeous. Victoria was right. I can't believe I was missing this. Lifting my camera, I look through the viewfinder, focusing on the horizon, on the faraway site of the beach. I take a few practice shots, amazed at how nice the scenery looks. But what really catches my attention is the lighthouse in the distance. Tall and kind of majestic, even dorky, much, Max? It's always that goddamn lighthouse. It's always that goddamn lighthouse. Let's ignore the goddamn lighthouse, Max. We're gonna ignore the lighthouse, Max. No, don't take a picture of the lighthouse. I light up the shot, about to click down on the shutter. I'm caught off guard when I hear a shutter noise. That's definitely not mine. She tricked you! She tricked you! Huh? I whirl around just in time to see Victoria lowering her camera, eyes locked on the digital screen of it. After a moment, she tilts her head up. We lock eyes, and I feel my face heat up. Victoria swallows, and then looks back down at her camera almost aggressively. Just testing. Yeah, whatever, lady. On me? Victoria's cheeks flare up, and she hunches her shoulders, leaning over her camera. You asked too many questions. Just go back to whatever you were doing. That's so cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna start turning really red in a second. I look back out toward the lighthouse, scratching at the redness in my cheeks. I'm seriously flattered, though it seems like she doesn't want to talk about it. I think of something to change the subject. The sight of the lighthouse makes me perk up, and I know exactly what to say. Hey, can you stop this thing? Why? Victoria peeks at me questioningly. Don't tell me you're, like, getting sick. Trust me, I'd let you know. Yeah. Maybe or maybe not. That's a that'd be super embarrassing, it would be. I just kinda had an idea, since we're out here anyways. Like? Victoria prompts impatiently, and I drop my hand to the side, turning to smile carefully at her. I'll tell you, but you should probably start working on your shoot first. Victoria opens her mouth and then heaves a sigh, standing up. Fine, I'll bite. Give me a minute. I grin slightly. I'll give you 10. Okay, alright. So that signals the end of the episode. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, comment on what you think of the game so far. Go check out the other videos I've done, and I will see you soon. Yeah, I bared it down. Ooh. Brian Goodwin. Okay, well, now he knows who you are.